Ow.
Oh, well,
it's a handbrake.
it's all right. I got it.
No, we're on a hill!
No, it's all right. Oh, you're right.
Okay.
Sorry.
You know, this is like when I was 15 years old and I had to sneak off to have a pat with Brett Willis.
The name rings a bell. I think I put a Brett Willis away for armed robbery about 3 years ago. Yeah.
What are they doing?
No, they're just here. Same reason as we are.
What are you doing, mate? Alan, what are you doing here?
What the hell are you doing here?
Hey,
Hey, get out of the bloody way, you bastard!
Alan,
All right. Okay, all right. That's me. You can't believe it. You bitch!
Yes, I'm fine. You're bleeding.
Go in your own car and go.
God, what did he do to you?
I'm okay. Is he all right?
No, I don't think he is, Clay. Stupid bloody bastard. Somebody call the cops.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm already here.
No, you don't actually talk. You type messages to them on the computer and they type back.
Why don't you just ring him up?
Because they're total strangers.
Well, if they're strangers, why do you type a message in the first place? Why don't you go to the pub and meet some real people?
Because you don't meet people like Lancelot in a pub.
Lancelot, you're having me on, Dad.
Oh, just come over and I'll show you. Good night, Ben.
Good night, good people. You two aren't going anywhere, are you?
No, not anymore.
Excellent. Okay, Lawson, will you take Mr. Saunders through to my office? And Constable McKinley, take Mrs. Greenwood through to the interview room.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Greenwood, just through here.
So, what's the story?
Well, jealous husband caught these two at Govert's Leap. Husband took a swing at me and I copped one in the mouth, didn't I?
So, what were you doing up at Govert's Leap?
Hey? Oh, I just went for a walk.
I've never met him, but I've seen him before. He's been hanging out the front of my office the last couple of days. I never realised, but he must have been keeping an eye on me.
You think he knew about you and his wife?
Yeah, he must have.
How'd you meet her?
She works for one of my clients. I've been doing a lot of work there recently, designing this fantastic website for them. I mean, Debbie's been coming on to me every chance, you know, so I figured why not?
Alan really hates the idea of me going back to work. Keeps saying that we don't need the money. But I need a life, housework and kids 7 days a week.
But now he's jealous too.
It's been really rocky for us the last couple of years. He's been working odd hours. Says he has. I don't know what he gets up to.
Well, have you tried counselling at all?
We have tried everything. Marriage guidance, all those tips in women's magazines. Nothing works. Anyhow, 2 weeks ago I left him. Took the kids to Mum's. That's when he really went crazy.
So you can say anything you like, you can use any name you like, and you get to meet all these people without leaving your living room.
Oh, you're not exactly meeting them, though, are you?
Well, if there's someone in your area, you can arrange to meet them face to face.
Well, they could be anywhere. They could be in New York or London, Swifts Creek.
This is a local channel. Ooh!
Lancelot. Boy, is that a bulldust name or what?
I think it's quite romantic. What are you going to call yourself?
Scrumpy.
Scrumpy! All right, get acquainted.
Okay,
Look,
no, my typing's
I'll do it.
weird.
Scrumpy says you're weird.
No,
Ha!
This could get boring after a while. Why not go to a pub and talk to some real people?
Scrumpy wants to go to the pub. Hey, it's your shot!
Not on my wages.
We keeping you awake, McKinley?
No, I'm fine.
You were on that chat line all last night, were you?
No. Not all night.
Come on, you can't expect me to believe that, surely. There's only one reason that people go to Govert's Leap, and it's not for a casual stroll. Am I right or what? And I don't figure you for the pervy type.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
You must have had a lady with you, and you don't want to admit it.
Yeah, I was out for a walk.
What
What are you want them in writing? I was out for a walk.
No worries.
Boss, do you know Mandy Barnes?
Yeah, whereabouts
That
it
was
is?
the mother on the phone. Wants to report her as missing.
How long's she been missing?
Well, she went out till last night and didn't come home.
Ooh, what's new?
Well, according to her mum, she hasn't stayed out this late before.
I know you don't have a very high opinion of Miss Barnes, but that doesn't mean we can ignore her. In fact, you can take the missing persons report.
Boss, we might have a suspect loitering down near Govert's Leap. Oh, I'll go.
No, you won't. You go. Take Stuart with you.
There he is.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, you're a problem.
Yeah. Can we ask you what you're doing?
I'm looking for a camera. The bloody thing's been pinched. When'd you lose it? Last night. It's a professional DVC. Do you know how much they're worth?
A video camera?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely gone. So am I if I don't get the bloody thing back.
Oh, Tom. Detective Hasham, Mr. Greenwood's here. Alan Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Yeah, he's here about some lost property. It seems that he lost a camera at Govert's Leap last night. It's a video camera. He was recording what he saw there. It also had a starlight attachment. It's a lens. It means that you can see everything in the dark.
Good. It's Greenwood.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
Well, you've got a hell of a right hook, by the way. So what did you intend, to hit Mr. Saunders?
Bas is having it off with my wife.
I understood that you were separated from your
We're
wife.
still married. I had my suspicions she was screwing around. She denied it, of course.
So you followed them there?
No. I was waiting for him. He takes all his women up there.
So what were you intending to do?
I just wanted to get him on tape, so I could prove to Dad what a sleazebag he was. I thought I'd catch him with another woman. As it turned out, the other woman was my wife. I lost it.
That's when you lost the camera.
Yeah. I must have dropped it. I was pretty fired up.
Well, where did you get the camera from?
Work. I work for Lewis Road Productions. It's my bloody job if I don't get the damn thing back.
Right, so you had the camera set up before they arrived?
Yeah.
Mr. Greenwood, you hadn't seen anybody else there at the time?
There was another car there, yeah. Just some couple kissing. I didn't take any notice.
Did you see him? Get a look at him?
Well, look, who cares about them? Listen, I've really got to get that camera back.
So you're saying there could be some evidence on this video camera?
Could be. He definitely wants it back.
All right, let me know if it turns up.
Right. Thanks.
Boss! Nobody's seen Mandy Barnes since last night. The best I can get out of anyone is that she might have been at Declan's nightclub.
Declan's? Mm-hmm. All right, take Lawson with you, see what you can find.
PJ? Night sight bit.
Where was it?
It's just under the tree there. What?
Well, the panel van was parked there, right? So if he's shooting from here, and we were here, we're stuffed.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't worry.
Great.
Hey, don't worry about it. The chances of recovering stolen goods, slim.
Yeah, but who stole it? I mean, there could be pictures of us all over the internet for all we know.
No, it's not the internet I'm worried about.
The boss. Oh. You know Mandy, then?
Yeah, who doesn't? She's here every week.
Does she meet up with anyone in particular?
She meets everyone in particular.
208 portable.
Different bloke every time.
You didn't see who she was with last night, did you?
Oh, I don't even know for sure that she was here. Spent most of her time in the office. What's the panic for anyway? It'll be the first time she's had a night out.
Just checking, Mr. Mahoney.
Well, if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks for your time.
Dash. We've got another job to go to. Possible druggie making the best of herself. Should have been there about 10 minutes.
Probably had a fix and is long gone by now.
From the report, didn't sound like they were going too far. There she is.
It's Mandy Barnes. Mandy? Mandy, can you hear me? Look, tell me what you've taken. What have you taken?
No drugs.
No, Mandy, you've dropped something. We need to know what it is. It's just grog. That's more than just alcohol, I reckon.
He raped me.
Mount Thomas 208 portable
Oh, he
VKC.
raped.
Mandy, can you tell us who did this to you?
I don't know. He was sort of ordinary.
Do you know where it happened?
His house, I think.
Right, where was that? Well, can you describe anything about the house to us? Anything at all?
There was a computer. That's all I remember.
Did you leave Declan's nightclub with this man?
He was boring. He just kept talking about computers.
Mandy, what was he talking about?
I don't know.
Was there anybody else in the house that you know of?
So how did you get to the place where you were found, in the back of the shops?
I was in Declan's.
What about a car? Do you remember being in a car? Do you remember what you had to drink?
That's got nothing to do with it. The bastard raped me.
The medical shows that Mandy has had unprotected sex in the last few hours. The blood tests have gone off to pathology. She's still pretty woozy.
Look, she probably got legless, took something, ended up with some guy. Now she knows she's in trouble with the folks.
She's too traumatised for that.
Well, you'd be lucky to get a description off her. Even when she's sobered up, you should have smelled her.
Well, she confirmed that she was at Declan's. We're going to check out the security tapes.
Yeah, righto.
Boss, any word on that video camera?
No, but this takes priority. Lawson's doing the rounds at the second-hand shops to see if anything shows up.
Yeah, Chris. Okay. You just give us a call if anything turns up.
Look, we'll come Jack, any word on that video camera? You let me know.
Yeah, sure.
Jack, come on, mate.
What's up?
Pub, pronto.
You stay
away from my wife! All right? Keep away! Get off him! Get off him, mate! Chris, are you okay?
Get him out! And stay out!
Okay, now we're going to go to the station for a bit of chat.
I agreed to meet him in a public place so that I could tell him that it was all over between us. I had no idea that Clayton was going to be there.
I'm entitled to have a drink in a pub without being attacked by some maniac.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to lay charges?
Yeah. Throw the book at the crazy bastard.
Oh, yeah, and what would be the point of that? Look, I don't want to see him in jail. I just want him out of my life.
Well, it's all very well, Mrs. Greenwood, but Mr. Saunders is right. Your husband can't just go around brawling with people because you're having problems with your relationship.
Look, isn't there something else you can do? We've been married for 11 years.
Well, we could have a talk to him, I suppose, see if we can make him see reason. That is, if Mr. Saunders is agreeable.
All right.
I was angry.
So you belted him?
It was the way he was talking to her.
Oh, yeah, of course, that makes all the difference.
Well, how am I supposed to feel? Finding my wife in the back of some sleazebag's panel van.
Mr. Greenwood, if you keep going around hitting people, you're going to end up in a hell of a lot more trouble than you're in right now. And how are you going to explain that to your kids? Hey?
Yeah. But if I see that slimy mongrel again, I'm going to smash his teeth down.
Wait a second. Are you listening to what I'm saying here? Do you really think that your wife is going to run off with this bloke?
No.
Clayton? No, of course she's not. But unless you work at getting some spark back into your marriage, she's going to keep looking for something more. And who knows? Maybe it'll be the next bloke who comes along. He's going to take her away for keeps. I don't think that's what you want.
I
brought last night's tapes in. This one's the bar and dance floor, that one's the foyer and rear corridor going out to the toilets.
Right, we appreciate that.
Look, I've bent over backwards to keep the place clean since I took it over.
I'm sure you have. Just sign down there, please.
Nasty business, this. Still, I'm not surprised it happened to Mandy.
Why's that?
Well, some girls just ask for it, don't they?
Well, nobody asked to be raped, Mr. Mahoney.
No. Well, give me a shout if you need anything.
Here we go. It's Mandy having a bit of a boogie up the front.
It's a real meat market, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I gave up disco dancing, Doyle. Oh, she's on the move. She's moving towards the bar. Having a chin whack, Clayton Saunders.
So that man's familiar to you, then?
Yeah, vaguely.
Mandy, just take your time and think about it. Was he the man that you left the club with?
I don't know. I think he bought me a drink.
Well, we've looked at the tape, Mandy, and it appears that he's bought you a couple of drinks.
Yeah, but only a couple.
I'm not much help, am I?
No, you just do your best. Mandy, is there anything more that you've remembered about the house that you were taken to?
There were stairs leading up to a bedroom or a bathroom. He had to help me up. I kept missing them.
Yep. I needed a drink after last night's little adventure. I went to Declan's after I left the hospital.
Oh, did you meet anyone?
No one in particular.
Do you know Mandy Barnes?
Well, name doesn't ring a bell, but I never remember their names. What does she look like?
Oh, she's short, blonde, late teens.
Hubba hubba. Well, that looks a dime a dozen. Who'd remember?
So when you left the club, you were on your own?
Yeah, for once, I wasn't exactly in the mood. So what's this all about? I thought you'd hear about Debbie's husband.
Routine inquiries.
This is very impressive. Do you use it much?
Yeah, I bring a lot of work home. Why?
Oh, it's just that my flatmate's got one and she's spending a lot of time on the chat lines.
Oh, they're very addictive. I'm on there myself sometimes. Is that why you're here? You want to talk to me about my computer?
Mr. Saunders, when you were at Govert's Leap, you were aware that you were being videotaped?
Yeah, I saw the camera.
Camera's been stolen.
You're telling me there's a tape out there with Debbie and me on it?
You obviously didn't know about that bit.
You got to get that tape back, man. I cannot have pictures going around of me and her doing the bizzo.
Believe me, Mr. Saunders, I know exactly how you feel.
Well, he sounds like a possibility.
Well, Mandy's not much help. She doesn't remember anything.
She must have drunk a hell of a lot more than she thinks she did.
Or someone put something in a drink.
The blood test show any evidence of that?
No, they're not back yet.
What about McKinley's theory that she could have been a willing party? Any truth in that, do you think?
Well, Mandy is genuinely upset by all of this. Now, whether she was raped or not, I don't know, but something pretty traumatic has definitely happened to her.
PJ, that was Benny Danders. Some whiz-bang professional video cameras turned up at his shop. A little kid tried to sell it to him. I'll go pick it up if you want.
No, that's fine, Ben. We're on our way out. We'll pick it up.
You sure?
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Tape still in it?
Yep.
Well, let's hope whoever stole it decided to record some home movies over the
I
telephone.
don't like our chances, Mags.
Is there anything?
Oh, God, we're both crystal
Look,
clear.
Give me a look. What are we going to do?
Nothing, it's evidence. Come on. It's not a good day.
Oh, Benny reckons it was a kid about 16, 17, but as soon as he mentioned anything about a stolen property report, the kid did a run.
Could Benny manage an ID?
No, of sorts.
Did you leave the camera with him,
Yeah, well, we only need the tape for evidence.
Anything on it?
Oh, yeah, it's all there.
Good. Let's have a look at it.
Oh, well, actually, boss, you can't, because it's professional format tape, DVC. You can't use it on VHS.
Yeah. How did you look at it?
Through the camera viewfinder.
All right, one for prosecution, one for the defence, and one for us. Make sure everyone gets a copy. Good.
PJ?
Yes?
The pathology report on Mandy Barnes is coming through.
Good.
Yes.
Well. So Mandy had Rohypnol in the system, eh?
A lot of kids take rowies, especially in the club scene.
On top of alcohol, you're a two-pot screamer.
Yeah, and there's all those cases where guys actually spike girls' drinks on purpose to make sure they get what they want.
Rape, in other words.
Yeah, but did Mandy take it herself, or did someone slip it into a drink?
Can you do me a favour and check it out for me?
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, PJ, how did you go with that videotape?
Oh, yeah, someone from St David's is going to pick it up.
It's taking the time, aren't they?
I'll say, I'll chase it.
I can't look at that report.
Yeah.
Oh, blood alcohol reading of 0.14, and that was 10 hours later. You're going to have to get this tape dubbed sooner or later.
I know.
There's not really any way out of this one, is there? It's been really nice working with you.
There's a number of outstanding matters here, Mr. Greenwood. There's assault police.
I didn't know you were the police.
Assault Mr. Saunders.
He was with my wife.
I'm sure that your barrister will make a point of that, but...
But what?
Well, I imagine the prosecution will play the video. You see, the whole incident is on tape, so if you contest the case, it will be played.
And what happens if I don't contest the case, if I plead guilty?
Well, there'll be a summary of evidence and no witnesses need to...
So none of this personal stuff will come out?
No, not the stuff between your wife and Mr. Saunders.
In that case, you better charge me. I plead not guilty. Play the tape. Play it to everyone in Mount Thomas. The public's got a right to know what he's up to. I've got a mate who works on a current affairs show. I'll give him a copy. By the time I'm finished, everyone will know what that bastard looks like.
I've heard of Rehypnol.
Really bowls you over.
You bet.
I take it you've tried it then.
I've got friends who have, but I don't do drugs.
So is it doing the rounds at Declan's?
Not that I'd know of.
Well, you are there a couple of nights a week.
So, I socialise, I have a good time, that's all.
Mandy, how did the Rehypnol get into your system?
The guy from the video must have slipped it to me somehow.
You didn't take it yourself?
No.
I have to ask this, Mandy, did you take the Rehypnol?
No. Jeez, what do you think I am?
She says the guy must have slipped it to her.
But you don't believe her.
No, I'm just not sure. She's sticking to a story. It sounds convincing.
So?
So she's very hazy about everything else. You know, it just sounds a bit convenient.
Does she have a history of drug abuse?
No, not as far as we know.
Any priors for anything drug-related?
No, nothing like that.
Then you're wasting your time.
Boss, she could be a social user.
Look, we are dealing with a possible rape. Whether or not we can add introducing a drug of dependence is hardly the point.
I know, I'm just trying to cover all the angles.
I realise Mandy Barnes does not meet with your personal approval, but you're a copper. Your personal opinions don't enter into it.
I know that.
And you're a woman. I mean, I don't need to tell you how serious this is.
I know.
Is it a game?
No, it's research. I've checked the web for Rehypnol. You know they're calling it robots now. There was a guy online the other night talking about robots, but I didn't know what he was on about.
Yeah, what are you up to?
Well, I'm off the web, and I'm onto a chat line. We'll see who's around. PJ, do you want to come and fill me in on where you're at with the Greenwood case?
Yeah.
What's going on with the tape?
Right. Greenwood wants the bloody tape played, and he can do that. You know why? Because he wants to burn Clayton Saunders.
But what about his wife? She's on the tape.
I told him all about that.
And what are we going to do?
No idea.
Oh.
Hey, come and have a look at this. There's a guy called Lancelot who comes online most nights. He's just started talking about this hot chick he picked up at Declan's last night.
Named Mandy.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is the guy we're after, he's got to be a bit of a dope. I mean, he's bragging about it on the open chat line.
There are some weirdos around.
You're not wrong.
See?
Yeah. All right, keep him talking.
Mr. Saunders. Sorry to bother you this time of night, sir. Do you mind if I pop in for a second? Sure. Great, thank you.
So, how's the computer business?
Oh, you know, overworked, underpaid.
I know the problem. Still, you can always play on the chat line for entertainment, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Anyway, Detective...
You know, there's this girl I know, and she logs in with the really weirdest names like Tango Cash, Lancelot.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Yeah. So, what can I do for you? Where's that cute little blonde friend of yours?
No, she couldn't make it. Look, the reason I popped by is just to let you know that we've recovered the video.
Right, great. Well, thanks for dropping around.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Her name is Sharon Adams. It's the same MO, same nightclub, and like Mandy Barnes, she doesn't remember a thing.
Do we know anything about her?
Yeah, she's an A-grade student. She comes from a good family, good home.
Right, I wonder if she likes a good time like Mandy Barnes.
And you mean, is she more credible?
No, but this Lancelot bloke, right? He likes the outgoing types. He buys him a drink, slips him a rowie.
Well, from what little I can get from reports, Sharon Adams certainly doesn't fit that bill. It's just her hair.
Right.
I went to Declan's with Jackie and Pat, and we danced, and then nothing.
Sharon, your friends told us that they left the club about 1:30, and you were talking to a man. Do you remember anything about him?
Dark hair and taller than me. Pretty average build, I don't know.
Do you remember if you left the club with him?
My head,
No, that's okay. You just try and relax.
Sharon, have you ever been to Declan's before?
No, that was the first time ever. I'd heard about it on the IRC. Someone said it was good.
IRC, it's a chat line.
I chat to other uni students for info.
Use it often?
Fair bit.
Have you ever come across a Lancelot?
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
No, some deviant.
Well, why do you say that?
He emailed me the addresses of some websites, and I thought they'd be handy, you know, research. It was all porn, really off. so I deleted it.
Sharon, this bloke that you're talking to, at the club, did he give you any indication that he might have been Lancelot?
I'm sorry, I just can't remember.
Thanks, Chris. Listen, you know girls attacked last night. That's right. When you catch her ever did it, we're just skin them alive.
Come on, say that bad, why don't you?
Say what?
Slut probably asked for it. That's what you're saying about me, I know.
Mandy, no one thinks that.
Too many bourbons, and hey, she's a blonde, must have been begging for it.
Mandy, the law says you must be able to give free and clear consent. If you didn't do that, then you've been offended
And
against.
the other girl could have been sober for all we know.
Don't tell me some other poor sap's copied.
It's a police matter. I can't discuss
Just
it.
close the bloody place
You
down
can't
until
do
it's
that,
safe.
Chris.
Wait till I'm elected and I'll do it for you.
You're just going to go on letting this happen? Do you know what it feels like to have a guy do that to you?
We'll find him, Mandy.
I don't care what you think. I've got the right to live my life.
Yes, you do. Right, and Sharon's just at the bar. Now, that guy there that she's talking to, his face is familiar. I want to check out the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. It's the same bloke that was talking to Sharon on the
Yeah.
other tape.
Yep,
He's there been there both nights.
All right, we'll just see if either Mandy or Sharon remember him.
It's a pity that Sharon deleted those photos at Lancelot Centre, isn't it? What's this about Lancelot? Hey, Jack, did you take that into the boss's office for? Thank you.
Well, evidently, this Lancelot emailed photos of his genitals to Sharon a couple of days ago.
You're kidding.
No.
Hey, you can track him down from that. Oh, who'd want to anyway? She's deleted the files from a computer. Yeah, but when you send photos through email, the files go as attachments to the message. They're saved as separate files.
You getting this valuable info, mate?
The genital's still attached. Yeah, got it.
No, the email is like the envelope for the photos. You can trash the photos, but the message stays in the mailbox. Most people don't trash that for ages, if they ever do. So the original message could still be on her computer?
Yes,
ma'am. Could be. And you'd get Lancelot's return email address.
Okay, well, I'm going to need you to go to Sharon's to hack into her computer.
PJ, you don't need to hack into it.
Okay, just go, and I'll clear it with the boss.
Okay.
Woman reported 2 men fighting in the street. Who do you reckon that might be? Come on, Jack. Mate, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Bastard. Spends all his time trying to get women to sleep with him.
Which has got precious little to do with you.
I don't sleep around. And I never cheated on Debbie. I've had plenty of chances.
Mate, don't tell me. I'm not the one who should be hearing this. Now, I thought that you were going to try and patch things up with her.
Well, don't you think I've bloody tried? You don't know what it's like.
Yes, I do. Here, look at this. Madeline, Emma, and little Josh. I don't get to see them all that much now. Their mother and I split up. We probably could have made things work, and I reckon we both wanted to, really, but no, we were just too stubborn. Before we realised it was too late.
They're nice-looking kids.
Yeah, they are. Now, the way you're going, you're going to end up with no wife, no kids, and no job. It's not worth it, mate. Believe me.
Your Mr. Saunders has had a gut full of Alan Greenwood.
Well, I can't say I blame him.
He wants to take private legal action.
Oh, fine.
Which means he needs a copy of that videotape. Where is it?
Oh, actually, I haven't had a chance to get it copied yet. Well,
Still?
I just haven't had a
Well,
chance.
weren't St David's going to pick it up?
Well, they were, but it needs to go down to Audioviz in Melbourne. Well, no, but I am working on it.
Give me the damn thing. I'll get Lawson to take it down first thing in the morning.
Right. No worries.
I got it! warrenm@ziplinkers.com.au.
Hey, Lancelot's email address. Good on you, Dash.
Yeah, now that means his first name is Warren, surname initial is M.
I suppose this all does actually mean something to someone.
Nah, not me, boss.
We'll need a warrant to his name and address from the ISP.
From who?
ISP, that internet service provider, that's they run the connections to the internet.
So where does this Lancelot spring from?
Well, it's a long story, boss, but he's the best lead we've got so far.
All right, I'll get you a warrant. You go over talk to him.
Okay, Warren, were you at Declan's nightclub last night?
Sure was. It's happy hour on Tuesdays.
Oh, what about the night before?
No, there's no happy hour then. Yeah, I was there on Monday too.
You use the name Lancelot on the internet chat lines?
Yep.
So you'd know the name of Mandy Barnes?
Sure do. What about her, though? How about Sharon Adams? Yeah, rings a bell from somewhere. Look, fellas, I haven't got all day.
Well, it's quite a coincidence, Warren, because both these ladies claim to have been raped.
Raped? Is that what they said? Yes, I had sex with them. But they both wanted it. There was no rape.
Well, you know, Warren, here's another coincidence. You see, both these ladies had Rohypnol in their systems. You know Rowies?
Always said drugs are a bad scene.
So you'd be aware that you mix Rowies with grog, you'd be pretty much out to it, wouldn't you?
Everyone knows that. Hey, look, fellas, I didn't rape anyone, and I didn't give anyone any little pills. Don't blame me if the ladies are dropping tabs.
I mean, he is such a smug bastard. We've got nothing to charge you. We've got nothing back from forensics.
Well, what about the security camera pictures?
They show him chatting to the girls, but there's no law against that. Oh, he does admit to giving both girls a lift from the club.
Well, that's quite a coincidence. He met both the victims.
Well, he claims he didn't rape them. He said he had sex with both girls and they were more than willing. Free and clear consent.
But they were legless.
And because of that, neither of them can give us a positive ID. Yeah, they vaguely remember seeing him there, but they can't say for sure that they left with him.
So it's his word against two very out-of-it girls.
And any half-decent defence lawyer would have it chucked out of court in minutes.
What do we do now?
Keep the pressure on.
Put the club under surveillance.
This is Stan, our head of security. These are the cops I told you about.
How's it going?
Good.
There won't be any trouble in the club, will there?
Well, hopefully if we pinch anyone, it'll be outside the club.
Good.
You been working here a long time, Stan?
Yep.
Hey, Jane?
Oh, I can't believe the nerve of this guy. It's unbelievable.
That's Dash. What the hell is she doing here?
No, a milk, please.
What the hell is she playing at?
There you are.
He's noticed her. Here she goes.
God.
I'm gonna have a chat with her.
All right.
Hi.
Warren.
Oh, I'm Rebecca. Everyone calls me Becky. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, Warren, this is my flatmate, Julie. Hi, Darren. How are you? Oh, Warren. Warren, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm just going to steal her for a minute. Excuse us. Hi.
If you're doing what I think you're doing, you're crazy.
I'm entitled to come to a nightclub when I'm off duty.
This guy is dangerous.
Look, I've made contact. So you and PJ can keep an eye on me or I'm taking back to our place. I'll turn on the porch light, that's your cue to come running, all right?
What can I do to convince you that it's not right to be doing this?
Not much. I'm sorry, Julie, but I'm here to have a good time.
Bloody hell.
So what do we do now? It's your call.
Well, she's safe enough while we're still watching her.
I could chuck her out.
It's a good idea. Stan, no need to hold back. What's wrong with her?
She's putting it on for his benefit.
No, I think I've had too much already.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Leave yourself.
Come here.
Get your hands off me.
Settle, Stan.
We're just trying to have a good time.
Time's up. Let's go. Hey, ease up, Stan. We're going anyway. Yeah?
Yeah. Let's get out of this dump.
All right, let's go.
Whew. Oh, I'm a bit dizzy.
Didn't think you'd had that much.
Oh, well, I had a couple before I got there. Listen, thanks for seeing me home.
My pleasure.
And, I'll look out for you next time I'm there. Oh, thanks for getting me away from that security moron.
Whatever his problem was. Hey, why don't I make you a coffee? I reckon that's what you really need.
Oh, coffee, okay.
This will do you the world of good. How do you have it?
White with 2, thanks. Yeah, it's on the sink there, and coffee and sugar up top.
Where's she going?
No, don't just leave him. They just walked in the front door. She said she'd give us a signal.
She may be unconscious, Mags.
No, Rowies don't work that quickly.
I'll give it a couple of minutes.
You got to work tomorrow?
Yep. I think I might take a sickie, though.
Sounds like you might need it. You are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm all right. I just, need that coffee. Thank you. Ah. Well, I've had a really good night.
Well, can only get better.
Oh, no, Warren. I'm not in any state for that.
Drink your coffee, you'll be okay.
Oh.
Hmm?
No, Warren, I don't think so.
Oh, come on. What are we here for, eh? What are we here for? Hey, look, you've been coming on to me all night, eh?
Get off!
Let me get back here.
I suppose it's sicko.
Get off! Get off me!
Wait, get off. Go on, get off now.
Warren, this is Acting Sergeant Doyle. Of course, you've met Senior Detective Hasham.
What's going on?
We'd like to have a little chat down the station, Warren.
What for?
Drugs. Rape, maybe.
Rape? She invited me here?
You all right? Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Now, go.
You can't keep me here. You got nothing to charge me with.
Yes, we can. What about indecent assault on a police officer?
I told you, she invited me there.
What did you put in Constable McKinley's coffee,
Didn't
Warren?
put anything in her coffee except milk and sugar. I never do drugs. You never found any drugs on me?
Yet.
Yet. What do you mean, yet? Take a seat.
Look, no matter what the results, I still don't think you should have taken it on yourself.
There's no sign of anything. What? Forensic have searched from the kitchen through to the rubbish bins outside. Believe me, they searched everywhere. There is no sign of any foil or even a container that he might have had. What about the lounge? He could have shoved it between the cushions. There's absolutely nothing.
Shouldn't be too long, Warren.
Look, this is stupid. If you're going to charge me, then charge me. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Take a seat, Mr. McCarthy.
You all right? Hey.
I think we just found out what happened to the Rowies. Well, MacArthur is singing like a bird. It's probably got something to do with his almighty hangover.
He's confessed to raping both Mandy Barnes and Sharon Adams. Bastard.
You could have been next.
Yeah. Forensic have found traces of Rohypnol in your coffee mug.
And he tried to cover his tracks by drinking the coffee.
You were very lucky.
Look, relationships... Firstly, I'm not a marriage counsellor, OK? But relationships are never easy. Not that I'm an expert, but you don't want to throw away 11 years. You've been together for 11 years.
Well, I'm not the one who started playing around.
Neither did I.
Oh, yeah? What about Clayton?
It was nothing. We didn't even have a chance to do anything before you came out throwing punches.
Yes, and what if I hadn't turned up?
Well, you did.
And the other times?
There weren't any. That was the first time.
I always thought there were other men.
Well, you thought wrong.
I didn't realise
It's only ever been you stupid lughead.
Mr. Greenwood. About the tape.
Yeah, but you got to sign it. Yeah, just here. Yeah.
Lawson, have you finished that property book yet?
I'm trying to, boss.
Oh, I was just showing him some of the finer points of procedure. Is that how you spell exhibit?
All right,
really?
Doyle, that'll do. This is due in Melbourne. Ask for Sergeant Ryan.
Boss, actually, Mr. Greenwood accepts that Saunders won't press charges.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah. So we won't be needing this?
No.
Right.
Yeah, we've decided to give it another go.
Excellent. That's great news. Good on you. I hope it all works out. Yeah, us too.
Thanks.
Thanks for everything. No worries, mate. You're right. Thanks. Oh, I'm glad this is going to see the light of day. I feel like a right idiot. Yeah. And, listen, I'm really sorry about the right hook. No hard feelings?
It happens, no problem. Eh?
I'll show you out.
Oh, you're a smooth talker. How did you manage that?
Well, I just suggested they needed to get the spark back in their relationship.
Yeah, easier said than done, I would have thought.
Well, it wasn't easy. But he did give me a parting gift.
The tape? Oh, you know, this rekindling of their relationship, did you make any suggestions on how they should go about it?
Yeah, I suggested that he should take her somewhere romantic.
Oh.
Oh, well,
it's a handbrake.
It's all right. I got it.
No, we're on a hill!
No, it's all right. Oh, you're right.
Okay.
Sorry.
You know, this is like when I was 15 years old and I had to sneak off to have a pat with Brett Willis.
The name rings a bell. I think I put a Brett Willis away for armed robbery about 3 years
me?
ago. Yeah.
What are they doing?
No, they're just here. Same reason as we are.
What are you doing, mate?
Hello, what are you doing here?
What the hell are you doing here?
Hey,
Hey, get out of the bloody way, you bastard!
Alan,
All right. Okay, all right, that's me. You can't believe it, you bitch!
You're bleeding.
Go in your own car and go.
God, what did he do to you?
I'm okay.
Is he all right?
No, I don't think he is, Clay. Stupid bloody bastard! Somebody call the cops.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm already here.
No, you don't actually talk. You type messages to them on the computer and they type back.
Why don't you just ring him up?
Because they're total strangers.
Well, if they're strangers, why do you type a message in the first place? Why don't you go to the pub and meet some real people?
Because you don't meet people like Lancelot in a pub.
Lancelot, you're having me on, Dad.
Oh, just come over and I'll show you. Good night, Ben.
Good night, good people. You two aren't going anywhere, are you?
No, not anymore.
Excellent. Okay, Lawson, will you take Mr. Saunders through to my office? And Constable McKinley, take Mrs. Greenwood through to the interview room.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Greenwood, just through here.
So, what's the story?
Well, jealous husband caught these two at Govert's Leap. Husband took a swing at me and I copped one in the mouth, didn't I?
So, what were you doing at the Govert's Leap?
Eh? Oh, I just went for a walk.
I've never met him, but I've seen him before. He's been hanging out the front of my office last couple of days. I never realised, but he must have been keeping an eye on me.
You think he knew about you and his wife?
Yeah, he must have.
How'd you meet her?
She works for one of my clients. I've been doing a lot of work there recently, designing this fantastic website for them. Debbie's been coming on to me every chance, you know, so I figured why not?
Alan really hates the idea of me going back to work. Keeps saying that we don't need the money. But I need a life. Housework and kids 7 days a week.
But now he's jealous too.
It's been really rocky for us the last couple of years. He's been working odd hours. Says he has. I don't know what he gets up to.
Well, have you tried counselling at all?
We have tried everything. marriage guidance, all those tips in women's magazines. Nothing works. Anyhow, 2 weeks ago I left him. Took the kids to Mum's. That's when he really went crazy.
So you can say anything you like, you can use any name you like, and you get to meet all these people without leaving your living room.
Oh, you're not exactly meeting them, though, are you?
Well, if there's someone in your area, you can arrange to meet them face to face.
Well, they could be anywhere. They could be in New York or London, Swifts Creek.
This is a local channel. Oh!
Lancelot. Boy, is that a bulldust name or what?
I think it's quite romantic. What are you going to call yourself?
Scrumpy.
Scrumpy.